Hi everyone, welcome to the Movieception Show. My name is Fariba, and today we're going to be doing a trailer reaction for Killers of the Flower Moon. Now, honestly, to be honest, I am very excited to see this film because there's two big reasons. One, it's directed by Martin Scorsese, and two, it stars Leonardo DiCaprio. So you can't really get any better than that. Like for me, I've actually regarded Leonardo DiCaprio as one of my favorite actors out there. Like I think anything I've watched, I've thoroughly enjoyed in some form, some way. And in terms of Martin Scorsese, like I enjoy a lot of his craft. Like I love watching Goodfellas. I love watching Departed. I actually consider The Departed one of my favorite, or one of my top five favorite movies of all time. And so it's really nice to see them back together. Like I think it's been since it's been a decade since Leo and Martin have done any collaboration together. I think the last time was with Wall Street, and let alone that, like it's been a while since we've seen either one of them just do a movie. So for Martin Scorsese, the last one was, I believe, The Irishman, and for Leonardo DiCaprio, I think he last appeared in Don't Look Up, the Netflix movie. And so yeah, it's really nice to see them back working on a new project. Definitely one that's very different from what they've typically done. Like this is far more in a mystery aisle, so which I don't mind because I love watching mystery movies, mystery thrillers. I don't know if this is a mystery thriller per se, but it does have more of the mystery aspects to it. And one of the funniest things is that this is a film that we haven't really gotten a lot of material promotional stuff because it's just been so, like, I guess, secretive in a way. Like the only thing we've ever seen was just this one particular image of Leo and this one lady at a table, sitting at a table, and they're like in a cabin, I believe, and that was just about it. Like that was the only image that we've gotten up until I think a couple weeks ago. We finally got far more footage for the movie and started to get more details about it. Now, of course, there's a lot of discussion about the film's runtime that has been a big talking point in just the last month. It's been reported for sure that this movie is about to be roughly 3 hours and 32 minutes, which is a very long movie, like even way longer than anything we've had with the Avatar movies. Like 3 hours and 32 minutes is a lot. So I wonder how they're going to really cover the material for it, because again, this film is actually based upon a book, I believe, just a similar name. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right down into the trailer for Killers of the Flower Moon.
The Osage took their name from Missouri and Osage rivers.
His accent.
Neokanska. Children of the Middle Waters. Move, said the great white father. There are many, so many hungry wolves.
Oh man, they're all giving the stare.
Can you find the wolves in this picture?
Oh, Brandon Fraser.
Can you find the wolves in this picture?
So that was the reaction for Killers of the Flower Moon. And yeah, I have a lot to say about it. Of course, like it's not gonna have like those full-blown, action-packed, trailers that we're gonna get like that we typically see with, Marvel movies, or that we see with, Fast and Furious films or anything like that. This is definitely something that's a bit more subtle and sophisticated in what they're trying to present. And yeah, just from watching this, right? Like I'm literally viewing it, I'm just like, wow, I'm very intrigued to see this story. Because for one thing, again, as I mentioned, I love watching mysteries. Mysteries are like one of my favorite genres to watch. So this is already kind of like my cup of tea right here. And of course, just to have such, an amazing filmmaker as well as an amazing actor to work on this movie and collaborate again, it's just amazing. And I believe this is like the first time that we're actually seeing De Niro, Scorsese, and Leonardo DiCaprio all working together in the same film, because we all also know that Martin Scorsese also collaborates with Robert De Niro a lot. But this is the first time where he's finally managed to have both his main collaborators working on a single film. So that is going to be so insane to watch, just to see the amount of just the masterclass performances we're about to see in this film. Is just going to be incredible. I did see one footage of Brendan Fraser, who just recently won an Oscar, right, earlier this year. Again, we see him in this film as well. So it's great to see this renaissance of his continuing on with the film Killers of the Flower Moon. I hope to see that we're going to see more of him, and not just not just a few snippets of him in the film that we see here. Because again, this movie going to be like 3 hours and 13 minutes. So I'm going to assume that we're going to have a lot of footage of what's going to happen throughout this film. But yeah, no, this is a very chilling film. Just from the looks of it looks really suspenseful. Something that I imagine this movie is going to be like. It does seem as if it's going to be quite on the slow burn side in terms of like getting to the whole mystery side, because again, of the whole runtime. So that's going to be expected. But even that being the case, like I can't wait to see how the director and the actors and everyone around tries to really execute the whole story from the book and try to give their own spin behind it. Like, again, I believe from what I'm aware, like from what I believe the whole film is about, like they kind of touch upon in the trailer, of course, is that the story is about like a couple of people from the Osage tribe who may have found, oil on this land, but then I believe they've been murdered, and now they're trying to figure out what's going on and all that sort of stuff. And I believe this is taking place in 1920s Oklahoma. And from what I've read, there's going to be snippets of other things like the Tulsa killing, the Tulsa massacre, and other things around. But yeah, no, I like, it looks like they're going to be touched upon a lot of, very deep topics in this film, alongside the whole mystery aspect to it. But yeah, no, I mean, just from the looks of it, like, I mean, just hearing Leonardo DiCaprio, like, with this accent, like, well, I'll see kind of how I'll adapt to that, because I know there is always that bit of that criticism with how, Leonardo DiCaprio does his accents, because I feel like, aside from the fact that he is probably one of the best actors out there, like, there has been a little bit of, like, okay, well, is his accent like great or whatnot? I think it's totally fine by me. I think that's probably how a Oklahoma accent may sound like, especially back in those days. So I don't know much about it, so I'm not gonna talk about too much about it, because I don't have that background. I don't have the specialty in that. But just from the looks of it, just seeing the snippets of Leonardo DiCaprio in this trailer, like, again, you can see he's putting out his all when it comes to his performance. Like, this is one of the reasons why I love watching Leo's films, because of his performances in the film, the way he's able to really just capture his characters on the big screen. It's just like every time he does it, like, he always puts like 200% of his work in there. And I'm seeing that again here. And again, just from what I'm seeing from this trailer, it looks really interesting. I can't wait to see it. I don't mind the whole runtime, 3 hours and 32 minutes. I don't mind it. I've watched longer movies before. And so I'm not going to be complaining about that. I hope that we get to see this in theaters. I think there might be, because it is an Apple TV Plus film. So hopefully hopefully one of my theaters might be able to have this in theaters so I can watch it there. I feel like, for me, I'm more of a theater person than a streaming person. But I believe it will also be going down into streaming later this year. I think the movie comes out, I believe, November. I might be mistaken, but yeah, I am super excited to see this film. The trailer looks really promising. I can't even imagine, if this is a teaser trailer, I can't even imagine what the full trailer would look like. But yeah, like, it looks really promising. It looks like it's going to be a very strong Oscar contender for sure. Like, this is a very Oscar-esque type of film, and I can't wait to see for it to come out. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it. What are your thoughts about the trailer for Killers of the Flower Moon? We finally got a first, full footage of this film. What do you think about it? Are you excited to see this film? Are you excited to see Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese return once again for another film? Are excited about this collaboration with not just Scorsese and DiCaprio, but also De Niro? What do you think it's, what are your thoughts about the film so far? What do you think about the visuals, the story aspect, the mystery vibes of it? What are your thoughts about it? The fact that it does kind of feel like a different Leo and Scorsese film. Like, what do you think about that? Are you going to be watching the film? This is a very long film, 3 hours and 32 minutes. Do you think you'll be able to sit through all of that? Or do you think that's just not your cup of tea? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to like and subscribe.